Hi, I'm attorney Demetrius Evans of the Evans International Law Firms, and I would like to share with you the Yeezy Frenzy. This is a presentation that we put together, and it's introducing actually a series that our law firm will bring to you. There will be at least 5 of these different videos. You can also catch segments on our podcast, which is called TEIL Legal Minutes. If you'd like to reach out to me, you can also do so on the web at teilfirms.com, TEIL firms.com. At the law firm, we practice contractual law, international trade law. Thank you, Siri. And international financial law, as well as trademarks, copyrights, and patents, otherwise known as intellectual property law. As a disclaimer, I'd like for you to know that in this presentation, I have so many photos, so many images for which I do not own the licenses. This is strictly for the purpose of education, and you will find that if you would like to use any of these images, you will need licenses to do so. This presentation is regarding the artist who was formerly known as Kanye West. He changed his name to Ye, Y-E. If you are not familiar with him, I would like to introduce this very controversial artist right now. This is the shoe that he has become very famous for, and what that surrounds quite a bit of the controversy. Actually, there are a couple of shoes, but this is one of them. One of the people in our office said that this is the most comfortable shoe that she's ever worn. I do not have a pair. They run about $900 is where I would say the shoe is right now. But let me talk a little bit about Yi. This segment though is one of 5 different segments where we will be talking about the intellectual property infringement that has occurred, and he is discussing with Adidas and Gap and some other very well-known high-level multinational companies. So Kanye West, born Kanye Amari West, is an African American rapper, songwriter, record producer, and fashion designer. He is widely regarded as one of the most influential hip hop artists and producers, and now fashion designer of his time and his generation. One of the world's best-selling musicians, music artists with over 160 million records sold thus far. He's won 22 Grammys and 75 nominations. The joint 10th most of all time Grammy Awards of any rapper, along with Jay-Z. Time magazine in twice named him as the 2005 and 2015 one of the most 100 influential people in the world. Forbes has estimated his fortune currently at a net worth of $400 million as of 2022, but because of when he was with Adidas, it was estimated that his fortune was going to exceed 2 billion. He is also pretty famous because he was married to and has 4 children with Kim Kardashian, and the children have been in the media, as well as Miss Kardashian has been in the media as well. He also became relatively controversial when he went to the White House and was filmed in the news and the media with President Donald Trump, and he began to wear his red Make America Great hat. In 2009, Kanye West collaborated with Nike to release his own shoe. This is a picture of it. It is called the Air Yeezys. And then there was a second version that was released in 2012. He became the first non athlete to be given a shoe deal with Nike. In January of 2009, he introduced his first line of shoes designed for Louis Vuitton during the Paris Fashion Week. That line was released in the summer of 2009. He has released and designed clothing as well as shoes for a number of different designers. I would say one of the most famous is the Yeezy shoes, but this is one of them. And then very quickly after that, Adidas released the Yeezy boots. In 2015, Kanye West unveiled his Yeezy season of clothing lines in collaboration with Adidas. According to the media, Kanye West's Yeezy shoe line is considered one of the most influential brands in the world. And beginning in October of this year, he hit the media because during the Paris fashion show, he introduced another line, but he along with Candace Owens, who has been quite the personality, had introduced a White Lives Matters T-shirt. Now, this White Lives Matters T-shirt caused a big stir in public appearances because it was said that these shirts were criticizing the Black Lives Matters a movement that happened. And it's well known that the White Lives Matters t-shirts were then part of they were part of it was widespread that they were part of a neo-Nazi group with that same name, and describe it as self-dedicated to promote the white race and taking positive actions as a united voice against issues of race. White Lives Matters is a supremacist phrase that originated in the early 2015s as a racist response to this Black Lives Matters movement. Since 2015, white supremacists in several states, especially members of the Texas-based white supremacist group, Aryan Renaissance Society, have promoted this slogan of White Lives Matters. Now, Mr. West is one of the people that said he could not be, when he was accused of being racist because of this, he said that he could not be racist, and this was in conjunction with his anti-Semitism. He allegedly went on these anti-Semitism rages, and he said that he could not be anti-Semitic or racist because he is a Black person. These are other pictures of Yee with the Gap. He had a contract that involves the Gap and clothing. And this is one of the most interesting things that I find with the clothing. He has decided to cover his face. And you'll see in another picture that that's part of his line, to have these facial covers. Here's another picture of that Yeezy shoe. Exactly what he said in the media. He actually said this on Twitter. I'm not sure the date of this, but this is the actual quote. "I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going to go death Con 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I can't actually be anti-Semitic because Black people are actually Jew. Also, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. So it left the media to wonder what exactly he meant about this opposing your agenda. But this is not new in the rap world. This is another rapper, Ice Cube, who also came out against Jewish people and their alleged control of the rap industry. And you will see that allegedly these are CEOs of the media, and they're playing a game of Monopoly on the back of Black people. So this cartoonish graphic was shown, and Ice Cube began to be in the heat and talk about it. This is another person in the media who had to answer for anti-Semitism. There is some, because Kanye West's statements were released on Twitter. It has he was kicked off of Twitter, and now that Elon Musk has purchased Twitter, it is alleged that Elon has invited him back. I have not followed that. But what is the real issue that's going on? The issue is that there's a contract between he and Adidas, and Adidas has said that they own the patent to his shoes, but he has said he owns a trademark and that Adidas is not allowed to reproduce. And it seems that they are reproducing. One of the shoes that is in the controversy is the Yeezy, and you will see that Adotlet 22 is what Adidas released, and you'll see that there is quite the similarity in the shoes, but not exactly, right? We are talking about intellectual property rights in the fashion industry. And this is just an introduction to what we will be going into in the next 5 segments. So I hope that this is of interest to you. If it is, please, I'm going to put the link. Please get on our email list so that every time we release one of these, you will be able to follow what is happening with the contracts, what is happening in the intellectual property space, as well as in the international law space, because all of these corporations, especially Adidas, is a German corporation, and there are many, many laws that are coming to play. So we do hope that you will follow us on our journey into the Yeezy frenzy. Thank you so much for watching.